In Clear's Tai Chi tonight, we worked on aspects of the test from class 2 in the intermediate level program. For that, the first thing was an explanation of kind of the kinds of push hands that we get into in Clear's Tai Chi. So part of that is that we do a little bit of the competition style, where it's hand to wrist, hand to elbow, and it's this, and then both people are trying to catch each other. That kind of stuff, and where that can even get very, come away from the wall a little bit. This kind of stuff, and make sure you're trying pretty good. And then there's the one where it's really free-handed like this. And we are fixed step at the moment. There's no stepping, stationary, if you will, so that the step is the loss. And of course, then Clear's internal push hands, which is our primary, that we do the most, like this. And we'll come back and talk about that here in a minute. And then there's the same games with moving steps, where what your goal is to get the other person to come off balance, or to be forced to a step that they were not really prepared to take, those kinds of things. And then the same thing, same game here. Yep, try a little more. KJ. This kind of stuff. And then being able to use any of the skills like that. And then it goes to more and more stepping, and then free fighting and all of that. And that's included within our system. Okay, so then with Clear's internal push hands, there are a number of goals for this. One is that you're in a Wu Chi position, and so that you can really build energy quickly. And you're building the energy while you're playing, that you really are developing the sensitivity to feel inside their body, and ideally inside of your own. So the Tingjing is being built to a high level, which is, to me, one of the most important skills in Tai Chi, period. Even when you're moving, fight, whatever you're doing, for the most part, ideally there's that feeling Jing, that Tingjing. And so this can be applied to almost anything that you would do. It teaches you to work, the Clear's internal teaches you to work from the position that you're in. It also teaches you how to move your insides and the movement, or push into me once, that to receive force inside your body and to transfer it back out through, so that you're really learning to move the energy, something that Tai Chi is supposed to be about from everything I've been taught by the senior masters. It also teaches you true internal Kung Fu. It builds real internal power and skill faster than anything else that I have seen in the basically 40 years of practice that I have at this point. And just to demonstrate for you, hands on anywhere above the waist, not on the hip bones. And when they go on, they stay, legs stay, both people. And so I'll put one on his waist, and I'll put one over here on the shoulder, like that. He's got both of his on my body at the moment, you know, like that. And then you feel inside, and, or you just push, although, go ahead. If you just push, somebody's doing this right, it should be really hard to do anything to them, and really easy for them to do something to you. You learn how to feel inside, and you go after errors or problems or lack of root. Also, you learn how to shift that energy around and to return it. Show you what I mean by the return a little more. Go ahead. Like so. And you start off slow. Eventually we do it all kinds of ways, including fast. So you can give me that. And come again. When you get there, there you go. Anyways, all the above. And then same thing, come again. And that way you're learning. And then obviously if you're in a better stance or whatever, and they're trying to do that, wonderful. Then it's easy. All right. The two most important skills in the Clear's internal push hands is to drop your root initially at the beginning. Dropping your root, ideally in the beginning, at least 10 body lengths down into the ground, and then that sensitivity to feel inside of them, including being able to take and aim inside of them, hold the fist out here once, to their wrist only, to their elbow only, to their shoulder only, to their upper back only directly, to their lower back, to their hips, to their knees, to their ankles, and to the bottoms of their feet and other places. And you should be able to do that at contact like that, including, go to push me if you would, that's his wrists, his elbows, his shoulder, upper back, lower back, hips, knees, ankles, bottoms of the feet. And I'm happy to do that, and any of the senior students with anybody that cares to feel it all day long, you can let you see, and we'll do it slow enough and easy enough. You can tell that it is real and that we can aim to those places. By the way, if I had a guy in front of me and he throws his fists up like this, I'm gonna put that through like that, and I'm just gonna look for, if I see something in their position that's the weakest spot or whatever, and when I do it, I'm not gonna be hitting them here. That's where they're gonna feel contact initially, but I'm gonna aim it into them and inside of them and collapse their position like that. So that was at his knees, just above them. Yeah, like that, or just literally move them up. So here's this, but if I aim it to the bottoms of their feet and then hit them. That way they're here while you're landing your shot, Tai Chi. Okay, the last but not least, then the sensitivity like that, and find and be able to tell them where, like I did there, and then the only contest is with yourself. Push to learn. It's not shove hands. Grrr. It's get better and better and better at it so that it's soft and correct Tai Chi that you can then really use. Invest in the loss of making the contest only with yourself and pushing to learn, so that when they're coming to push into me, try to feel into me, and he feels me taking that away, and I feel where his tensions are, and I feel how he's moving, and I feel where he wants to aim with his intent to get in there. He feels my aim coming back in and overwhelming, compensate for it, on and on and on and on. There's so much that it's really hard to even tell you. We do have the 4.5-day workshop, which we did last year. We'll be doing it again in August, end of August this year. You can find that on our site, and down in the comments we've got some writing about that. And then we should schedule one, if not in 2017, latest would be again in 2018, although it seems to be people are getting enough out of it and doing it, including Push Hands Champions, that it's probably something we're going to do at least once a year. All right, thank you, and thanks for watching.